Good afternoon, President Chartrand.
How are you doing?
Doing well.
Yeah, so now you're famous, I understand. Your dancing went viral.
Uh-oh. I was worried about that. Oh, well.
Yeah, my sister phoned me and said, you and Naomi dancing there, went nearly 700 already views. And,
Oh, my goodness.
it's going viral. Everybody's watching it. And, Anyways, let me start off first by, again, thanking all the firefighters out there. I think it's something that we take for granted that we're all safe no matter where we are, and sometimes we don't realize how things can take off on its own. And we've had quite a scare in many areas. St. Ambrose, for example, St. Laurent.
Right.
Those communities have been hit with grass fires that took off and have hit the no houses have been burnt, which I was very pleased about. I was getting briefs on it steady.
Yeah.
I was double checking on St. Laurent. I was checking on St. Ambrose. And any community, Métis communities, they sent out a letter. We got our camps ready to in the event something did happen that was catastrophic or something of that nature. We have a camp in Treeherne, and we have one in Wimpogosas and one by Mafeking. So we're getting our camps ready in case people have to evacuate and need a place to be. So because it's not easy. You have to organize the entire supply chain. You have to get the cooks. You have to get the people that take care of the bunch of rooms and just supplies of foods and drinks and waters.
Yeah.
So we started organizing an event. We had to buy everything. But it seems like everything seems to be safe right now.
Oh, that's good.
I think the firefighters have gotten it. Actually, I was getting a brief checking on Cranberry and that surrounding Métis communities out there. And, of course, it was in Wanless where the fire was hitting already. Wanless north and east shores of Rocky Lake, Carrot Valley, Clearwater Lake, all that area, northwest, North Swan River, Interlake, Twin Beaches, St. Laurent, just on. It's just scary that could happen. I think looking at some of the pictures you were sending me and, just seeing a big orange glow into the sky, it's just scary. I know that I was speaking to Buggy, the nickname is Buggy, and Dennis Hatch, who's been fighting fires in the north forever. Dennis Hatch actually, he names his dog. He's got a little dog, tiny little thing. He's called Smokey the dog for firefighting. He's always along with Dennis. Actually, they texted me and they said they want to say hi to and thank Tony McKay, Buggy Danielson, Kieran Danielson, Keston Russell, Brendan Nick, Cliff the Elder, and 3 guys from the Coastal Falls fire base. And they're thankful for all those people willing to go out there and fight the fight. And it's dangerous. I know the last time when Cranberry got hit in that surrounding area, it scared everybody so much because it could take lives and destroy creatures. And I had pictures sent to me on a constant, and of course we reacted, and I think Judy Mayer for her team and how quick they were reacting to. We're faster, and no disrespect to the province. Because province has so much bureaucracy, red tape attached to it. We had our people already up in hotel rooms, and some were going to our camps. And but what was worrisome is that the fire just crushed right across the road, top of trucks. It was just scary for people driving through there. So it was something to see. I tell you, I got a chance to look at so many pictures and chills, and knowing that this thing could take somebody's life so quickly,
Right.
So anyways, I'm very pleased. Thank you all the firefighters out there. St. Laurent, I know they're fighting the battle steadily because it left St. Ambrose and went straight to St. Laurent. And so people were all tuning in to support each other. So, Okay, now let me speak on another matter. Of course, it's the 140th anniversary of the Battle of Batoche. Speaking of fires, of course, there's a lot of firing happened there with muskets and different guns that we're using. We weren't fortunate, like the British Army nor the government's military, when they attacked us out in Batoche, and we had our battles. And the interesting thing is you look back in history in that time frame, which is back as I said 140 years ago. We had 300 to 400 soldiers fighting against over 3,000 soldiers who had the Gatling gun and cannons and bullets and weapons they need, all the food and supplies they needed. And we had 300-400 people eating whatever they had in their bags, and they're traveling and fighting. And we still won 2 skirmishes. We won Fish Creek, so but we lost the batosh after because we truly ran out of bullets. We were bullying metals and anything we could find using round stones or bullets. It came to a place where, as I said, even though with such a small degree of soldiers, we were able to win two battles that took place. And then, of course, the final defeat we had, or final loss, not defeat, is that we got outnumbered and out-weaponized in the Battle of Batoche. And so it's important to recognize that because 140 years ago, we were fighting for our recognition, fighting for our home, our territory, protecting Western Canada. It was under invasion by Eastern Canada because people forget we're a young country, but if people reflect the history, Canada has just really resonated back into expansion towards the Northwest. And after the 1870, through Riel and bringing the rest of Western Canada into place. So if you look at it before, we weren't part of Canada. And so just like, in fact, I was just talking to Cowboy about Daniel Smith's threat, to pull out Alberta out of Canada, So, first of all, she couldn't afford it. She can talk smack all she wants.
Yeah.
Because if she leaves, the entire system is gone from her. Our health, our school systems, everything would be gone. Because the funding would come off. And they'd have to fund it themselves. And we've seen already one time in Alberta what happened when the oil crisis took place. They were begging for money to be, supplemented more resources because they were in massive deficit because the oil prices dropped such a degree that it caused such great harm. And again, right now cars are still taking gas. And there's more and more electrical cars coming, but just not enough time for the electrical system to take over the world. But it's coming.
Yeah.
And so, your oil can only carry you so far. You're not a multiverse economy in Alberta. For her to talk smack now is quite at a time when Trump is trying to make our country the 51st state of the United States. For her to fall into that degree of helping Trump's verbiage and riling up those MAGA kind of thinkers who don't care and only realize after the fact, a lot of them now in the United States, they're crying out because lots of their jobs are gone now because of this terror war.
Yeah.
So, people got to, think a little bit more futuristic in their thinking. So Daniel Smith should be careful what she's asking for because she just might get it. The Métis people will stand to defend our lands in Alberta. I'll say that so is the First Nations.
Yeah.
Kind of like the statement made by AFN. Okay, well, you want to leave, take your stuff and leave, but you're not taking the land. It's not your land. Take your whatever you have and move. Where are you going to go? Go back overseas or wherever you're going to come from. So, but it's not for land for you to take away or to leave your own. Mm-hmm. So it just shows again this rhetoric that happens that can cause harm to so many people, and eventually cause harm to all of Canada because it falls right into the category of what Trump wants to hear. Yeah. So again, and when people are bold and the thing about Trump, if you guys watch him, I watch him a lot now to pay attention to see what's going on. The guy, first of all, is a big liar. There's not a question about it. He lies and lies and lies. He can't stop lying. Everything he touches is the best. It's never been done before. The best, the best, the best, the best. But it's all again. He used to be a promoter in wrestling. So that's where he's getting his verbiage from and his bullshit coming from. Mm-hmm. So when you look at it, however, people like him are dangerous because he is a president of one of the most powerful countries in the world. And so when you look at it from that point, the more enemies he makes, the more hardship he places on the economies, our economy will hurt, and it is starting to feel it. So I'm very pleased that I was very, as Cowboy said when we were chatting, Carney did a superb job in meeting with him, not falling into his trap of trying to debate a liar, because he's going to keep on lying and yelling at you. And he did to Zelensky when Zelensky came from Ukraine. They embarrassed him in the United States, really embarrassed us as North America to treat the president as it's in war right now, trying to survive, and treating him such distaste and such disgrace, to be honest with you. Yeah. And then Carney just held his cool, let him speak his rhetoric and say, don't ever say never, because you never know, maybe it will be a 51st state kind of message, he didn't bite. He stayed away from it, and made it very clear that you don't even think about ever thinking Canada's going to be part of the United States. It'll never ever happen. So, and it's true. We'll never allow it. The same thing with Daniel Smith. Can talk to rhetoric all she wants to leave, then leave. But you're not taking our natural resources with you. So again, but I'll leave that up for another fight, another day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important that people hear about it. Their position, hear my position for sure. And because my position will be solid and strong, and I won't back away from that.
Yeah.
But when you look at other stuff that's happening, I want to again advise our citizens, because I'm sure you've heard of the Garden Box program we created.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't fully initiated it yet. It's coming into play now. It's going to cost us about $500,000 to develop these garden boxes, and some of them are 6 feet long and probably 2 feet wide. Some are 4 feet, depending on the need of the elder or family. So far, we had 1,300 applications already.
Wow.
And we put a stop on it, saying, okay, no, we're not doing any more applications until we get this resolved.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to get locals to build them themselves, and then we could pay locals. But it looks like some areas it'll work, some areas it won't work. But our plan is slowly coming into place now. Prototypes have been developed. There'll be stamps, burnt into the wood, I believe, which tells you can't sell this thing. It's not like they're expensive in the context if you look overall.
Yeah.
But the point is, it's going to be there for years to come, and it's going to give people fresh vegetables that they can eat at any time. So that's the beauty of it, and it also gives exercise to the elders, that they have something to keep them preoccupied to do, because it gets hard when you're in the aging years, and you sit and your mobility is not strong, your bending up and down is not the best, so you need something that can really allow you to still do things, but that you can actually, your body can let you do it, So
Mm-hmm.
that's why this Garden Box program, we want to make sure is in place for our elders and our seniors. So that's, as I said, 1,300. So we closed it as April 10th. No more applications were being accepted, but these will soon start to be delivered to families. And they can't sell them, nor can they give them away. That's why we're stamping them. If they don't want them after, they just call us. We'll take them and give them to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
After, I think it's the 5th year or something like that, they can have them and do what they want with them after that. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong on the 5th year, so don't take that for exact, because I don't have the document in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I knew there was talk about 10 years, but I think they're going to shorten that. But I don't know what the exact yearage. But if I got one, say, in Winnipeg, well, I can use it, but I can't go give it away, nor can I sell it. So that's very important to know. But it's I think a wise thing. It's going to bring good vitamins and different perspectives for our elders to eat healthier and have fresh foods that's in front of them. So again, I want to thank all the team that's working on that. I'm leaving for Vancouver on Monday. I'm meeting with the president of MMBC out there, and we're going over our training programs together. That's been change makers for sure, without question. Of course, the late John Fleury led that for many years, and right now I'm the chair of the department until I appoint somebody new.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, we still got to move this agenda forward, because this is the program that's given tens of thousands of people an opportunity to go to college, get their trade, whether it's in the trucking industry, whether it's in the health industry, or whether it's in the child family service industry. This is the department that's changed so many people's lives, and so we're gonna talk together about BC and us, because it's a national program, but we need to be sure that any changes with the new government, any potential investments by the new government, has to be not forgetting this program, because this program, as I said, is the change maker. Now, some of you may have read with this in a broader scope, or heard in the news, or heard from others about the Varley decision. Varley is the case that's it's a class action lawsuit brought forward by a law firm that doesn't get paid until they win, but then at that time they could take quite a large proportion of money. People might remember the Saskatchewan case where Canada had to step in because they're settling the residential school, and the law firm was taking, I think, $85 million, or did take $85 million as a fee. So that was quite a large amount of money. Even the recent case of Child and Family, where the settlement we had, one law firm took $25 million as their fee.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have a class action, the sad thing about a class action is that you have no say. The MMF, we have no say. Whether we believe that you don't bring the right evidence, whether you're not bringing the right information to the judge or the court to argue, we can't say nothing because the law firm owns the case. All they do is find 2 people, 3 people, and then name them as representatives of all of us.
Mm-hmm.
So I do not support, nor do I like class actions at all. I think they're dangerous, and they could set precedent because the law firm's going to worry about collecting back the money they invested. And they're going to worry about that more than what they're going to end up getting the survivors.
Yeah.
So from that perspective, the class actions are out there, and unfortunately they're used because a lot of people can't afford to get lawyers of that degree because it does cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
But the decision really was win and lose, but more lose. The Justice Garman, who made a decision on the Daniels argument, kind of went a different road, a little bit in my view. But again, it's based on the evidence. For example, AIM out of Saskatchewan, I think it was called AIM, E-I-M. It was where they were showing evidence of advertising to selling Métis children. It was Métis children in particular they were selling. And so they advertised how to access and buy Métis kids. And so that is part of the evidence they put in. And the judge recognized that, saying this is wrong. Mm-hmm. So federal government, you have some legal connection here. But regarding the rest of it, the province is responsible, not the federal government. So now we're saying, whoa. But the federal government had to do its responsibility. They should have been protecting us. So, but again, I don't know fully the context because we have no say in the case. We took intervener, and all we can do is really bring the evidence that's there, speak around that, and argue that. But we can't bring our own new evidence. We can't represent ourselves in the context of representing this case. So again, it's really a sad event that happens because these cases have long-lasting impact. And of course, the federal government's going to jump at that and say, whoa. I think the judge is supporting us here. We don't have to be financially responsible from prior to Daniels. But after Daniels, it means after 2016 forward, the judge did not say you're not responsible. So that, again, it's a long decision, but it's being appealed now by the class action lawsuit. We have intervener. We'll be stepping in too. But as I said, I can't bring evidence. I can't show the evidence where they are buying our kids for $25 or $10 because that's not our case. It's the law firm representing the Vardy. The name Vardy is the last name of someone. That's all it is. But again, I'll keep you guys posted on that case. It's being appealed. Yeah. And we do have our own lawsuit on the 60 scoop, which is separate and somewhat different than the class action. Class actions usually are about individuals. We're taking a case now on a collective argument. But I just met lawyers on Thursday. We're looking at how we're going to move that 60 scoop case forward. But I'm happy to say, Naomi, 91 survivors so far received their checks, totaling awesome. $455,000 that the MMF government, our government, through our revenues and earnings, been able to give $5,000 to each survivor. Mm-hmm. And there's, of course, a lot more applying. But again, I'm very happy that so far, no matter what happens in the future, whether the government comes to its senses and does the right thing and settles, or gives back compensation that should be given, no matter what, now we know the $5,000 at least got into the hands of people, and we'll try to collect it in the future from government. If we don't, then we'll forgive our people, and they don't have to pay us back. Mm-hmm. But again, it's just I want to make sure justice was there for our people, because all the time we're always forgotten or left out to fight for ourselves, always. There's never nothing for Métis ever been given to us. That's the honest truth. It's just scary that we have to fight for everything all the time. Nobody seems like to do the right thing and say, look, Métis, you pay a ton of taxes, hardworking, you have rights, you're in the Constitution of Canada. We need to include you. We need to bring you in. We need to give you back some of your tax dollars by the billions you've been paying this country. That doesn't happen every now and then. You have to fight for it. Every damn piece of dirt we get and any progress. So, but that's what they made us for. We've always been battlers and fighters, and That's part of, I guess, what I was born to do. So, but going back to some other stuff now, my time is going to be running out shortly. Happy birthday is going to go out to Brooklyn Mayor. It's always a mayor. There's always a mayor on a birthday. I don't know how many grandkids and kids this woman has, Judy Mayor, the vice president. But it's another granddaughter. It's a happy 20th birthday on May 15th. Happy birthday, Brooklyn, coming from your grandma and, of course, our vice president and myself and our cabinet and our people. Happy 26th birthday is going out to Reese Mayor, another mayor, who's celebrating her birthday on Friday, March 16th. May 16th, apologize. Then I don't have any other birthdays. There's only two. I know I have my niece texting me like crazy. Say hi to me. Say hi to me. So, hi, Lisa. How you doing, Lisa? Janai out in Duck Bay. So they were actually worried about Duck Bay because Duck Bay, we didn't have NCI there for a while.
Oh.
It got cut off. But I think they got it fixed now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So, but again, it's going to go back to one more report I got in my list of stuff here. And the housing. I'm proud to say we have now reached 1,256 home buyers.
Oh.
Altogether, we put in, MMF has put in $17,755,000 in change to help with the down payments. And altogether, they have mortgages of $301 million. So they can't say the Métis are not participating nor helping the economy. I guarantee that.
No kidding.
So when you look at it, what's that, Naomi?
I said, no kidding. That's a lot.
Yeah, and actually, because we do an analysis of our economic impact we make with this opportunity, it's about $64 million economically we've helped in the province of Manitoba for economic. Because the people buy they'll go out and buy lawnmowers, they'll go out and buy new dishes, whatever, just to decorate their house, new TVs, and then jobs. We created quite a substantial amount of jobs. I think 523 jobs were created during this process.
Wow.
So you look at the whole process, it's a big one. 53% of the home purchases are Winnipeg, it's the biggest population, and 46.97% are in 6 regions. So still a big percentage out in rural Manitoba.
For sure.
So I'm very proud of that. So that's a program, again, I thank Minister Goodon, of course, for the work he does there. But again, I'm very, very pleased to see that this program is still moving forward. Now, in final conclusion, the Pope, of course, was selected, Pope Leo, the 14th, and Pope, his name was Robert Francis Provost. He was age 69. He was born in the United States, but spent most of his life in Peru. And he actually was appointed by Pope Francis just recently. And so he elevated very quickly up to the top. And but he speaks a lot like Francis, because when you listen to Francis's prayers or his speeches, and you listen to now, of course, Pope Leo, you see that there's a lot of similarities, and maybe why Pope Francis selected him to become a cardinal quite quickly. He was bishop and quickly to a cardinal. And a few years later, he became the Pope. So, but he actually, the last time I did some research. I had my staff look into this. Previous Pope Leo, because usually Pope John, Pope Francis, you're the third, the second, all these names. But this one, he chose the name of Pope Leo, was known as a progressive Pope. That was 1878 to 1903 when Pope Leo the 13th was reigning or overseeing the Vatican. So that's the last time a Pope named Leo led. There was 13 of them, and we used the 14th one. But as I said, 1878 to 1903 was when Pope Leo the 13th was head of the Vatican. So, but again, I think there's a lot of similarities to the way he speaks. I am sending him a letter. I am going to invite, as I did to Pope Francis, to come to the Great Site of Riel. Of course, the connection we have with the Catholic Church resonates all the way back to that era and prior. There was a lot of interconnection that occurred. As I said on the show many a time, we had Father Richard represent Louis Riel, negotiating the Manitoba Act, actually also pushing. If you look at the Manitoba Act and the demands of Riel, there's a segment there about the establishment of treaties for First Nations. So the first Treaty 1 comes in 1871, after Riel brings Manitoba into Confederation, and at the same time, the treaty is promised to the Métis in 1870, and of course that was never done. We were lied to by John MacDonald, but Treaty 1 and Treaty all the way to Treaty 10 starts to originate after 1871. And again, that's where Riel was pushing because he had such a close relationship with the chiefs at the time. And the chiefs were facing such a hardship based on the abuse and the hardship and the attack they had from Canada, and basically trying to eliminate them. Take them right out of this. I almost try to say a word I know how to say in my brain, but my lips won't let me say it. I'm not going to try again. I was going to say it, but I better not. Extract. No, I don't know how to say it. I know how to say it, but my accent doesn't let me say it. Anyways, they were trying to eliminate the First Nations.
Make them extinct?
They tried
Make them extinct?
Yeah, well, extinct is one word, but I'll practice it. I have a hard time because there's R's in there and that.
Okay.
I can't turn my accent away that quick. Anyways, but again, you look at that relationship. So I will ask for a meeting with the Pope again and raise the issues with my elders, and our citizens have raised with me already and continue to raise with me about concerns they have regarding the church. And let's as I said before, and I said over there on the national news, it's a lot of people were saying when Pope Francis came into Alberta and the First Nation territories, and we had a chance to be there, and I had a chance to meet him, and of course the 50 delegates all the way down to the Vatican. The people were saying, well, healing will start now that Pope Francis. Finally, a Pope has apologized. So again, it's quite a history that should never be forgotten, and one that's got to be remembered, because our young generation needs to understand why their parents turned to alcohol, why their parents turned to such a hardship. Yeah. It's not because they wanted to, not that they're desiring to. It was because their abuse and the hardship they faced, like the veterans. When the veterans came home, a lot of them turned to alcohol. Yeah. There was no support, nothing for them, and they seen so much bloodshed overseas, and they came back, they were broken men, and they turned to alcohol to hide the pain, stop the pain. And that happened to so many Indigenous people because they were abused so hard and hurt so hard, they had nobody to support them. So anyways, I'll stop there in that part. But again, thank you again for finding me, Cowboy, and again to all my family out there, say Mother's Day is coming. Mm-hmm. On Sunday, I believe, am I correct?
Yep, tomorrow.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to everyone, and that's coming from me in the late Saint Germain.
Yes.
And so again, it's something important to all of us. We're a maternal nation. Our mothers are number one. Sorry, fathers, but our mothers are number one, always will be. And we need to make sure, as I always say, it doesn't mean you have to. Your mom's not looking for you to spend a ton of money on them. They're looking for you to do something, whether it's just a big hug, making breakfast in the morning. Pardon me?
I said, call me. Come visit.
Yeah, a call. Exactly, a phone call.
Yeah.
Just come over to the house, maybe make breakfast, clean the house for them. There's so many different things you can do just to make them special and feel special. Yeah. And I did that to my mom every Mother's Day. And again, I prayed to her this morning, prayed to her last night. So again, to everybody out there, make sure you support your mom on Sunday, okay? No matter, don't make an excuse. I have no money. You don't need money. Go clean the house. Go, as I said, go anything. Just go hug them. As Naomi said, maybe just give them a call so you love them. Yeah. You know, those are important parts. And we'll talk to you next Saturday. I will either be in Toronto, I believe. I'm in Vancouver Monday to Thursday, and I might be going. I have to go to Toronto right after that, so I'll be in Toronto after that.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.